the best horse racing betting sites to wager bets on when you're looking to go on them racehorses. Today I'm joined with Joe Norris from Getyourtipsout. So Joe, I want to kind of dig. I don't really need the selection one by one going, oh, I think Bet365 are the best, and then Betfred and Betfair and Ladbrokes and Coral. I don't need the definitive list, but when you're looking to choose who you believe is the best bookmaker for horse
Yeah.
racing, what is it that you look for specifically when you're choosing the best bookies?
Well, for me, obviously, it's best odds. Now, that might sound obvious, but it's not because you get some firms that do extra places, but then that will result in them offering lesser odds. Whereas if I fancy a horse, I'm happy with the basic three places in an eight runner race, for example, and I want to make sure I'm getting the best odds rather than an extra place.
So when you're looking to place a bet on a horse, would you be using like an odds comparison website to see, oh, they've got it at 6 to 1 and they're at 5 to 1, therefore I'm going to go with the 6 to 1 price? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And then with regards to that, do you ever look at any of the bonuses? Like, because I know quite a few like taking an early price, but for
Mm,
me, I like taking an early price definitely if it's best odds guaranteed.
yeah.
Not all bookies are giving best odds guarantees. So does that ever? Let's say one's 6 to 1 and one's 11 to 2, but the one's at 11 to 2 is best odds guaranteed. Would you go with that one on that, or would you just go with the 6 to 1?
I mean, it's hard. It all depends on the horse, doesn't it? Like if you're backing it at 6 to 1 and you're positive this is going to get backed. Now, obviously, this scenario doesn't always work out. You get it wrong sometimes, but most of the time, if you're confident a horse is going to get backed, you don't need to worry about the best odds. But where I can, I will try and get best odds. But yeah, they're changing the best odds all the time now. Like it's getting harder and harder to get best odds guaranteed. Um, so yeah, you really do have to look at the bookie that you're placing the bets with, because a lot of them are not until the morning of the race now.
Yeah, and then what about like extra places then? So obviously it might be, let's say 9 to 2 or 5 to 1, but you might be playing four places for the
Yeah,
away bets. Or are you just going, do you know what? I'm happy just going top three and getting a slightly bigger price than going
yeah.
5 to 1 and getting a top four, let's say.
I would say majority of the time, probably 75% of the time, I'm not too fussed about the extra places. But when I am is probably like the big handicaps, the big races. I mean, we've just had the Grand National. Now that is a race where I want every place I can get. But yeah, I would say, day to day, I'm not too fussed about the extra places.
Yeah, and then if you're searching for the best horse racing betting sites online, is there anything else with regards to like banking methods? Do you ever worry about that? Like some tech like Klarna, credit cards and stuff like that, but then majority of them now don't. It's mainly debit cards. Would
Yeah.
you ever look for like PayPal or Skrill? Do you prefer it being on PayPal or Skrill so it's not on your bank statements?
Oh, I would say I definitely do. Like, you know, trust is a big thing, I think. Like, you don't just want to sign up to any old website where, if you have a win, it's going to take 3 weeks to get paid out and you're going to have to provide all sorts of documentation. Like, you want to try and stick with the big bookies, the well-known bookies.
So on the trusted bookies is a big part for you how fast the payout is as well.
I would say for anyone though, like if you have a win, you want to be able to withdraw it and see it in your bank account. That's part of having the win, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So obviously the banking methods then, as well as the odds, as well as potential the bonuses, like the extra
Mm,
places and stuff like that, or best odds guaranteed and stuff like that. Is there
yeah.
anything like on the specific markets? Because some of them, let's say, might not have odds up for Australia. I know you seem to be winning quite a lot over on the Australian horse racing and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
what about over in the US and stuff like that? Do you ever look for anything different on the best horse racing betting sites over there?
Oh, definitely. When it comes to international, I think obviously no one really can compete with Bet365. Because for US, for example, they all have odds up by probably. I mean, they did used to have them up earlier, but they're still the earliest. They normally have them up about 1:30 for the American racing. And Australia, they can have the Aussie odds up 48 hours in advance, which I think is a big thing because especially when it comes to like a for the Saturday, if you're looking on the Thursday and you're already getting the prices for the big races, it's a big thing.
Yeah, and then what about? I mean, let's look at a few other bookies that's taking horse racing bets, like Betfair Exchange. Do you ever look on the Betfair Exchange to lay a horse that you think, do you know what? I don't think this is going to win. I'm going to lay it, or do you think that it's going to be a bigger price? A lot of the time, there are bigger prices on the win bets, so it could
Mhm.
be like 8 to 1, but it actually could be like 9.4 on the exchange. So you get 8.4
Yeah.
to 1 and stuff like that. Do you ever do the betting exchange as well, or not really?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I do like to lay horses from time to time. To be honest, the last couple of months, I feel like I'm definitely laying a lot more than I used to. I don't know whether that's because there's a few more short price favourites that I think are priced up wrong. I don't know what it is, but the last couple of months, I've definitely been laying more than I had previously. So, yeah, I definitely use Betfair.
And then if you're looking for the top rated horse racing bookies, then do you ever do any spread bets? So obviously like spread X at times
Yeah.
can do
Well,
different.
you've been educating me on SpreadX.
I see. I love the spread bets. If I'm being honest with
Yeah.
you, especially if it's sometimes if it's like a 6 runner race and it's only paying top two for each way bets, and you're thinking, do you know what? I think potentially there's a top two in the market that with the third place
Mm.
is like nailed on to get third. The other two are like £20 out the handicap or something like that, and you're like,
Yeah.
you're definitely gonna get your money back in third. But if one of them two don't run up to the way they should, they go
Yeah.
too hard in front, and it can come on for second or something. I think there's some great value in the spread bets on horse racing for sure.
Definitely. I mean, you've had a couple of nice wins on there over the last couple of months, and I've definitely been getting more interested in it as a result.
Yeah, for sure. Is there anything else then? Like, do you ever do any play spots with a toe or exacta bets, like straight forecasts or anything like that? Do you tend to like stay away from those type of bets?
In terms of online, I don't, but obviously when I go to the racing, I always do the play spot when I go to the racing, and now and then I even have a go at the jackpot. Yeah, so I definitely wouldn't put anyone off using that.
Yeah, for sure. So, anyone who's watching this, what do you look for the best horse racing betting sites? On this, there's a listicle down below. There should be a link to the best horse racing betting sites in real time. So obviously, let's say we could have Bet365 number one today, but then next week it could be Sky Bet or it could be Paddy Power. It can vary from time to time depending on whether one of them stops accepting PayPal or whether they stop doing best odds guaranteed or stop doing each way bets. There's always different nuances for different types of bets. Like we've not even touched upon like lucky 15s. So like you've got like Fred Dunn, who is kind of the bonus kind of king that's
Mm.
always giving like ridiculously big bonuses for like four winners on a lucky 15 and stuff like that. Or Fred's pushes sometimes have got some great ones. So I do like Betfred on stuff like that. But obviously it all depends on what type of bets that you like. If you like the exchange, obviously you've got Betfair. If you like the spread bets, you've got Spread X. But let us know what you like the best and make sure you check out the link that's updated in real time to see who the best horse racing betting sites are. Joe, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, great speaking.